Yo, what is up YouTube? It is Essie here and welcome to episode 20 of our career mode journey. And as you all know, in the last episode, we did go through to the next round of the group stages. We beat the group stage, we did come second, with Germany coming first. So we were obviously through, and here we are in the knockout stages, and we are going to verse France in the last 16, and then obviously, we'll probably verse, in this episode then I'll probably show you then the quarterfinal and semi-final if you get that far. So first of all, we have France in our way, and obviously we can't think about that, the quarterfinals and semi-finals as yet, because we have to beat France. And France were on very good form going into this match. They had won these last three games. But what a start we have here. Dembele scoring in just the 4th minute of the game. As he shoots here and takes a big deflection from the French defender. And thankfully for us, it does end up in the back of the net, and it gave us the 1-0 lead. And I have a very bad mistake here. Courtois, our goalkeeper, giving out to Ribery. What a miss that was from Ribery there. And normally he does finish that one off, so I was very lucky that didn't end up in the back of the net. I did have a few opportunities here, but I couldn't really test the French goalkeeper to really create that good chance, which I obviously needed to get that second goal. So it did stay 1-0 at half time, and straight after half time, the French attacked my defence, and they did get the goal at the end. They deserved. Capoue getting the goal in the 53rd minute, which made the score 1-0 with that French equaliser. So after that, I did attack a lot more. I did try and get that goal, which obviously would take us in the lead in the late stages of the game, but I just couldn't get a goal, and I couldn't really get a clear shot of goal to again test the French goalkeeper, which obviously would have got us that goal to take us the lead. But so it did get to extra time, and what a start I have here in extra time in the 94th minute. So a very early goal of extra time. Eden Hazard getting the goal, a brilliant pass there from the midfield, and what a finish that was from our talisman, Eden Hazard. A near post finish, just smashing it in the corner of the goal. And unfortunately, he got caught on a counter attack here. Benzema goes around here a little bit, and what a finish that was from a classy player like Benzema, who obviously doing what he does best there, which got the France the equaliser, which made the score 2-2 going into half time of extra time. So in the second half, I needed something from somewhere. I needed a goal because I am terrible at penalties, and thankfully we get a fortunate there. Witsel goes down in the area, and it does count as a foul. So Witsel steps up, our captain, he steps up and takes the penalty, and he takes it, and thankfully it isn't the best of penalties. It wasn't really in the corner, but it does do the job, and it does end up in the back of the net. And in the end, it was a very good goal considering the circumstances and the pressure he was under in the 115th minute of extra time to take us through to the semi-final. I did have a little bit of hiccup here at the end, but thankfully for us, it did come off the post, and boy oh boy, I would have been pissed off if that ended up in the back of the net. But thankfully we did hold on in the 120th minute in extra time to the 3-2 win against France, and that really was a good start because France are quality opponents, and I guess we showed our endurance as well going through to extra time. So as we did win that match, we were through to the quarterfinal, and we were versing Brazil, the 5-time world champions, in this next match. So I knew that this would be another tough match, but obviously I was full of confidence after winning that match against France. And I guess if you want to win this tournament, you have to beat the best. So we have to beat these teams, these kind of teams like Brazil, like France, like Netherlands, and etc. etc. So this set us up for a good match against Brazil in the quarter-final. So Brazil, as you all know, have a very, very good side with the likes of Neymar and Lucas in that attack, and obviously Hulk and Oscar. So they have a lot of young players as well. I guess they showed their experience and their quality side. Nearly scoring a goal, they should have really scored that. But then Lukaku puts in a brilliant ball. Dembele, a poor finish, gets saved by the Brazilian goalkeeper, and what a finish that was at the end by Mertens. Even though it was from the rebound, it was actually a pretty nice finish, like a half volley into that top corner of the goal, which denied the goalkeeper reaching it in. That put us up 1-0 against the Brazilians. And after that, I had it another one. Some brilliant skill there from Hazard, skipping away from the Brazil defender, and what a finesse shot that was. Our talisman again, our best player of the side, and what a goal that was, showing his class, Eden Hazard. And again, that was another good goal he's actually scored for us, because obviously he did score that amazing goal against Uruguay as well. So he has actually scored some very good goals in this tournament so far, but unfortunately we couldn't hold on to that 2-0 lead at half time, and Brazil did get one back there with Maicon scoring that header goal. And I could have had another one there to take the lead against Brazil, and unfortunately I just couldn't get that going. Welton had a very good chance there for Brazil to equalise, but he just couldn't grab their chances, and I guess I did struggle with Brazilians' attack and their pace up front. But thankfully for us, we did hold on to the 2-1 victory against Brazil, which it was a very good victory, because obviously it was a very, very good side, and obviously to win against Brazil was a good feeling, and that put us in full confidence in the semi-final match. So we were only one match away from reaching that final, which you all dreamed of, and this match was obviously against Netherlands, so we couldn't think about the final yet because we obviously had to get past the Netherlands, which obviously have a very, very good side. And we did have some bad news that Vincent Kompany had suffered a sprained ankle and would be out for 3 weeks, so that basically put him out for the tournament. Is obviously very bad news because he is a quality defender and probably one of the best, if not the best, players in our team. So that was a big blow for us, but we couldn't do anything about that, and we had to move on and focus on the semi-final against Netherlands. As you can see, Netherlands' recent results were good. They had won their last 3 games, and with the likes of Van Persie, Robben, they were a very good quality side and have a very good start here. Legia making a very good run, but I'm not too sure why I done there. I'm not too sure why I went so wide, and obviously made it hard for me to really test the Netherlands goalkeeper. And still, the Netherlands just kept on applying pressure, and thankfully, with some lucky defending there, was able to get in the way of the attack. And again, I just made another mistake. But again, our goalkeeper was on top form and he saved that well, which meant that going into half-time, it was 0-0 between both sides. But in the second half, Netherlands' work did finally pay off. A brilliant pass there through the middle to John, and he did finesse that around that goalkeeper. And again, it was just a well-placed goal, and they did get them the lead. And after that, it was just so frustrating because I just kept coming forward and my chances were just going everywhere. I was losing focus, and obviously I was frustrated because you can obviously understand because the situation we were in, because we were in the 88th minute, and we needed that goal to save us that World Cup final. And I was trying in the end not to give the ball away, and Lukaku was pushing forward. Look at his eagerness, and he puts in a brilliant ball to Eden Hazard, and boom, what a goal that was. In the 90th minute, Eden Hazard, actually the injured Eden Hazard, was actually injured when he scored that goal, scoring the goal in the 90th minute. And as you've seen, he did pull his calf, which was actually like 30 or 40 minutes before that, but I did decide to keep him on. But after he scored that goal, I did take him off just in case. And yeah, it was 1-0 then going into extra time, and extra time was pretty quiet. There wasn't many chances, wasn't many clear chances, and both sides were getting shots on goal, but they were just outside the box and couldn't really test both goalkeepers. So that was the first half, and in the second half, it was mostly the same. Again, both of the sides were just getting shots off outside the box and couldn't really create a chance. So that meant it was down to penalties, and Witsel, our captain, was the first one to step up and take the penalty. And you would think that he would be full of confidence, obviously scoring that penalty against France. But as you've seen there, it was well saved by the goalkeeper, which meant it was 1-0, and Netherlands had a chance there to take the lead. But Van der Vaart had a very poor penalty there, not even getting it on target. And it came down then to this penalty when it was drawing, but unfortunately I let Netherlands slip into the lead. So Netherlands could have actually won it, gone in the lead from here, but they did miss that penalty. So that meant it was drawing, and it was one penalty left for each. And Vermaelen stepped up to take the penalty, and I did think I was going to miss this because obviously he's a defender, but thankfully I did just get it on target, which is obviously the main priority, and it did end up at the back of the net, which meant all of the pressure was on Netherlands if they could get this in the back of the net. If they couldn't, then we would be through to the World Cup final. And look at that, it went wide of the post, which meant we were through to the World Cup final. Could you believe it, guys? What a run it had been. Just edging that semi-final, and obviously beating brilliant teams. That we beat Netherlands, we beat Brazil, we beat France. So I guess we fully deserve to be in the position where we are. So as you see here, Italy did beat England on penalties 4-3, as we beat Netherlands 4-3. So we would meet Italy in that World Cup final. And if you want to see the final, please click that subscribe button so you won't miss an episode. Please also, guys, show your support by giving this video a like, and also please tell me your thoughts in the comment section below, and I will see you guys in the world's biggest stage, in the world's biggest match, in the World Cup final. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.